Crimson Vow Prerelease. It's Friday night. There's a vampire wedding. I guess that's what the big story of this set is. Super excited to be getting down on this. Vampires is like one of my favorite creature types in all of Magic. Frickin' I watch all of Loading Ready Run's primer, so I'm the most prepared I think I've ever been for a pre-release. Hopefully I can run red-black vampires or blue-green-black good stuff. Those were the two highlights that I saw. Hopefully I get a good draft pack. We'll see. So, I'm gonna run Mardu vampires. I got a lot of 3 and 4 drop vampires. I also got another red rare vampire. I'll show you later, but yeah, Mardu vampires. Playing field is good turnout. Pretty excited. I kind of had a feeling. I just had a feeling I was going to be playing vampires. And here we go. Bloody Assassin is a dev. What's your strat? What's the strat? Gruel beat down. Hey, Bloody. What are you running? What's the strat? Exploit. Awesome. All right, round 1 is in the bag. Had really tough competition. I played a freaking Spirit Control, freaking counterspelling the shit out of me with like 2 mana. It was rough, but I still pulled it out 2-0. Mardu Vampires. My curve is like 4. Like, I'm just blood tokens are ridiculous. Like, the mechanic is insane. Let's go see how Is It Dev and the Bloody Assassin are doing. Let's go.
2-0.
Nice. Why are you trying to copy me?
I was the first one done. Why are you copying me?
Because I didn't know you were the first one done. I thought I was the first one done.
Yeah, I reported like 5-10 minutes before you.
What? What about the Bloody?
He's asking how exploit works. So I don't have a good feeling. Because he has an exploit deck and he's already played this game and he doesn't understand the mechanic of
that's okay.
Play with the return mechanic.
It's rough. Hard lessons here at the arena.
Sad times. That's all right. The peach is still strong. Well, we meet again, but this time, no bueno for me. I got freaking smoked by the wolves. So, tell these guys about some of these cards that you got, because you showed me and I almost crapped myself.
Look, all I have to say is this card's great.
And how many of those did you pull?
I got 2.
Oh my freaking gun. He smoked me, dude.
Yeah.
I know, he has the best.
That was insane.
Wolves are doing their thing.
So,
in the vampire set.
Yeah, dude. The wolves freaking smoked the vampires. So, you got 2 of those freaking crazy green mythics.
I got Chandra.
You got a Sorin that you're not even playing. Like, what is this?
Just straight green.
What even happened? Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations. You're probably going to win the tournament now.
I would like to. That'd be the first one I've won in probably about 3 years.
Well, good luck, man.
Thanks.
Round 3's in the bag, and it's back in the saddle again. Another 2-0 victory for me, so I'm 2-1 going into round 4. I'm not sure if there's any 3-0s after this, but if not, I still have a pretty good chance here. My deck is freaking ridiculous. I just played another Gruel deck. I lost to a Gruel deck. I beat this Gruel deck, so I'm feeling much better. It was a newer player, and he had me on the ropes one of those games, but here I am. Let's go see what's going on with the Bloody Assassin and Is It Dev. What's going on? How you doing? What is going on today, Mr. Assassin? Usually you have a much better showing. That's right. I deserve that. I'm still in this. I won my last round.
Win, lose, draw. I don't know. That doesn't sound good.
Round 4 is in the bag. Went 2-2. Got wrecked by, like, were you playing Golgari?
Green-black, so I think so.
Yep, I just got beat by green-black, so both of my losses were to dual color, which surprises the crap out of me, because I lost to a Gruel deck as well. Red-green. So red-green, green-black seemed to be pretty strong. Very aggro-y. He had lots of removal in the green department. Devastating. It's all right. I got 2 packs coming. Probably going to get like a $50 rare, because that's how it's going to go.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Jimmy P, back with the deck that I went 2-2 with, Mardu Vampires. I didn't really have much time to record when I got to the tournament. We showed up kind of late, so I had to spend a lot of time in deck construction to get caught up really quick, and then we just started playing. A couple of my rounds went really fast too, so I tried to record some of that content as best as I could, but there really wasn't much time. Things were going at a pretty quick pace, I would have to say. That was one of the quickest pre-releases that I've ever been in, for sure. So let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and break this down for you guys now, and we'll just talk about what I was running, and I'll show this off to you. Alright, first let's talk about the land that I was running. 16 lands. I thought that was really good. My highest casting cost card was 5, so I thought that was a pretty low curve. Mistake number one that I definitely made was that I played way too many mountains here based on what I had in my deck. I actually needed to take out one of those mountains and put in another swamp. I always seemed, when the games that I lost because I couldn't seem to get swamps, but I always had red and white. So I should have got rid of one of those reds and maybe one of these. I'm not sure about this, but definitely one of these needed to be a swamp. So I was running 16 lands. I try to always run that, or just stay on a curve on that, because I want to play competitively. Obviously, I don't know how other people do their pre-releases, but that's always something that I strive for. But there's my land right there. Let's go ahead and move into, of course, the vampires. So I had a ridiculous amount of stuff going on with my vampires. I hit that dominating vampire that lets you take a creature based on the number of vampires you control, and as you can see here, I had 9 vampires plus an artifact that turns into a vampire, so the potential for 10. I had Edgar. So I had a Lord that was cheap, that really never dies, turns into that crazy coffin that makes you bad tokens. 2 of these Blood Tithe Drinkers. These things are ridiculous. This was some of the best removal that you could get, because I was getting blood tokens I had lots of ways to make blood tokens. These guys make blood tokens, blood tokens, blood tokens, blood tokens. I had some other stuff that you'll see. Blood tokens was a big thing here, and I was taking full advantage of them, which you do with the vampires. These were awesome whenever I could hit those. Being a 3/3 menace for 4 is okay as it starts, but then when you're sacrificing blood tokens, which you're making tons of, and it becomes a 5/5 menace, things get out of control pretty fast. I had a little bit of lifelink. I needed more of that. I think that would have helped me a lot better. This artifact, ridiculous, did so much work, because anytime I sacked a blood token, it would become a 3/3 with haste vampire, just pumping up the masses that I was coming through with, plus it was hard to deal with because it turned back into an artifact. I had gotten some kind of stuff in wolves and zombies, but I had to play the vampires, and that was my strongest. And I came out the gate strong round one against a spirit control deck, and I just couldn't handle the likes of Gruul and Golgari. They were just a lot faster, and plus I was having a lot of trouble getting black, and I think that was my fault from the land thing that I had talked about earlier. But as you can see here, I had a lot of, this vampire was pretty cool with the trample. It's nice having stuff with trample, especially that I can make it bigger, as you'll see here in a little bit, and it gives you blood tokens. Let's move on to the other creatures that were in the deck. So I was playing a total of 13 creatures plus that artifact, so the potential for 14 creatures. These are the other 4 from that 10. Of course, the zombie Phalanx, that's insane. 113. Who cares if it comes into play tapped? Once it untaps, that is like the biggest freaking wall that I've ever seen for that cost. It's awesome. Had to play it. Vampire Slayer. I thought more people might be running Vampire Tribal, which I was wrong about. I think only one other person in the pre-release I was playing in even had vampires. You know, because that's an insta-vampire killer. Courier Bat, of course. I wish I would have got another 1 or 2 of those, bringing back my creatures that died, and, you know, having this and having the Blood Tither, which is given neg-X equal to 2 times the blood tokens you have. Fantastic little combo I had going on there. This was really cool because it was giving me the ability to give something flying, plus it had training, it was getting bigger. So when I got this out, it was an automatic threat that either had to be dealt with or they got dealt with. Let's show you guys like the artifacts and the utility. Alright, so I had some interesting answers and tricks going on. Let's start off here with my 1 white spell, which was an enchant creature for 3. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. And then if I had the mana up, I could then exile that creature and get a blood token, which I thought was ridiculous. I never used it to get the blood token, but I did use it to tap down some very powerful creatures. So that card was really useful whenever I got it. Used it a lot. As far as artifact goes, I regret putting in the ceremonial knife. I actually got it in one of my games, but by the time I had it, it was just like a dead card. I was behind and had no use for it. And wish I had another creature or some kind of something other than the ceremonial knife. I was thinking about blood tokens because it lets you get blood tokens when it deals damage, but I was getting so many from other sources, I was a little blindsided on that. Wedding invitation, really freaking awesome. You get to draw a card for 2, and then you can sacrifice it to give a creature unblockable. If it's a vampire, which I was using, it also got lifelink. So what a nice little boost in the middle of the game. They think they're beating the crap out of me, and then I come back and get like 6 or 7. Just come right back into the game and win. That happened several times with this card. Fantastic. In red, it's interesting that a braid is now a common. Super happy to get that. That's some really nice burn. Plus it blows up artifacts, even though there really wasn't too much of that going on that I could see. Sure strike, of course. +3/+7 first strike is killing all kinds of stuff. I wish I would have got more of this one. It was nice to get 1 for 1 red to draw a card, plus giving the creature trample. I felt like it was worth it. It helped out sometimes to get the stuff in my deck. This card right here was super spicy. I really liked this card. It did 4 damage to a creature, and then any excess damage you done turns into blood tokens. So I would love using this on a 1/1, and they'd think I was crazy, but then I'd get like 3 blood tokens. Just having them stacked up to use the blood tithe. I mean, it was so ridiculous having those blood tokens. Plus, I mean, 4 damage, sometimes you needed to kill a fatty, and that would help kill fatties. Freaking awesome. Interesting stuff going on in black. This Gift of Fangs, I had grabbed it as removal because it gives -2/-2 to non-vampires, but then it also gives +2/+2 to vampires for 1. So I was like, I'm playing all these vampires. It'll be a nice backup if I have to put it on, but I never got the opportunity to use it as a kill card. All the creatures that I was playing against, whether they be green or white or blue, seem to have a bigger toughness than 2. So I always use this offensively, never defensively. Little combo I was running with the Blood Tither. If I needed to kill something big or if I needed to kill something period, of course casting this first and then having it come back into play after you've sacrificed it. Oh, it's a double kill. Ruthless. Plus a +1/+1, making it like a 4/3. It's nuts. Drawing cards, making blood tokens. Super good. Freaking fantastic. And there you have it. There was my deck that went 2/2 Mardu Vampires. As you can see, I feel like I've made 2 minor mistakes that probably contributed to my losses. That being the lands, and then maybe that artifact should have been another creature or another spell that would have been more utility than it ended up being a dead card every time. Anyways, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you liked the coverage from the Crimson Vow pre-release. Stay tuned for more Magic content coming up soon. I'm your boy Jimmy P. Go sling them spells.